Okay, I'm going to film this one, even though I should have done it from the very beginning. I didn't, so I digress. I'm going to try. I've never done this before, so I'm going to let you follow along with me, see if it works, doesn't work. If I give up, who knows? By doing the tape method to stretch our ears. My ears were stretched as a teenager. Back then, we didn't use tapers. We didn't use anything that they have nowadays, or I didn't even know about it. It was all natural and by weights. So mostly in my case was by the hook earrings, constantly putting more and more and more, yikes, in one hole. He doesn't want you. Anyway, not even paying attention to him. He doesn't feel good. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead. Would you shut up? She's not even near you. What is she doing? Stop. Oh, it's the one behind you. She's just touching you. She's sleeping. He has a sore arm. He's been running and playing with them way too much. He's 110 pounds and needs to slow down or exercise more. It was really hot, bad heat wave, and they ended up having to stay in, and he went a little crazy going out. Anyway, I'm going to take you along with me to do the tape method, not tapering method, because the taper method could be very bad for your ears. I was very lucky because mine had been stretched for so long. When I started stretching, it literally took me only 2 weeks to get up to a 2 gauge. That following weekend, I went up to a 1 gauge and ended up having one of the puppies rip my ear. It was one of the spiral kind that you can just twist. So I was just using those and just kept twisting it until it was all the way fully twisted and stretched. Nothing ever hurt. It just stretched. I don't know if the weight of it opened them back up or what, but I digress. Don't do that. I don't recommend it. Make sure that you wait plenty of time. I would say at least a month in between each size. Even if you have prior stretches, even if your ear is very soft and pliable or stretches easily, I would still take your time. If you feel any kind of pain, I don't even do it if I feel pressure. I'm currently was working on the second, it's actually my third hole. I was actually working on that one. The dogs ripped it out, so I'm going to pause on that for a little bit because I can feel a little bit of pain. I mean, it doesn't really hurt, but you can feel uncomfort. It's not comfortable, so I'm going to wait on it. But with that one, because that's never been stretched before, when I first put the taper in, the minute I felt pressure, I stopped. I was like, there's no way. I'm not doing this. I was scared. I don't want to hurt my ears. I definitely don't want to have a blowout, especially on an upper hole. That would be awful. Can you imagine having a blowout? I mean, that would be really ugly. Very ugly. Okay. Anyway, let's get this started. So, what we're going to use is just plain old plumber's tape, bondage tape, or Band-Aid tape, the kind that sticks to itself and not to anything else. It won't stick to anything else. It just sticks to itself. Like if you want to put bandages on and you can wrap it around, it'll stick to itself. That kind. You don't want anything. Now, a lot of people use the plumber's tape. I'm using this one because it's made for the body. It's made for skin. Never heard anybody say anything bad about it, but I haven't heard anything great about it either, so we're just going to try it. So we're going to do this in sessions. The big dog just fell off the bed. So, like I said, he's got some owies on his hip right now. So, first things first, and then we'll get into part 2. Because I noticed it's going to be a lot harder than I thought, because I do have weights in, and these, I don't know if you can see this, let's see. Okay, so the video just got stopped, so I have no idea where I was, what I was talking about. So let's go really quick. Tape method, taping method is just going to wrap around your tunnels. Your tunnels are the ones with the holes in them, and you put it in, and then every week or so you put another layer or two on there. And it stretches it out naturally, and then you can just pop in the next size. I'm not personally recommending the tape method. You'll hear people saying that tapers aren't correct. Tapers are actually made for stretching ears. Tapers are used in piercing studios. They're used in tattoo studios. So all the people saying that they're not supposed to be used, there are certain kinds with certain ingredients in them that are not supposed to be used. But plain metal, any kind of glass are fine. You can use any kind of tapers that you feel more comfortable with. You don't want your ears to hurt. If you feel pain, stop. Do not do your ears. Mine go easily. Even with the injury that I had, I don't know if you heard that part, the dogs pulled my big lobe and really hurt it when I was using the glass one. And even with that, I can still put it in without any pain. So you don't want any kind of pain. Everybody says pressure's normal, a little pinching's normal. Even if I feel that, I don't. I stop and I wait until it's able to do it without any. Maybe a little bit of pressure as you're going through that last bit of hole when the size changes, but that you're not going to notice it until afterwards, because as you're doing it, it pops right through, and that's what you're supposed to feel. Anyway, so I'm going to go fix my hair again because I don't want to do it like this, and I'm going to take this part out here before. This is just going to be too much to do on camera, and charge my phone a bit because I have to get my phone charged before it dies on you guys. And if you guys have anything else you want to see, if you want to see more with the ears, because I know a lot of people do not have stretched ears, not my followers and friends and family anyway, but if you are considering it and you want more information on it, I have a lot of information on stretched ears. I have a lot of experience because I started so many years ago. I'm 57 years old, and I did this, I believe I started, my ears were stretched by 13 or 14. And like I said, my ears were done by weight, the weight of earrings. They just kept stretching and stretching, so I would add more. I went to a lot of concerts. Even at work, when I was 16 years old, I worked in a small town called Exeter in California, and there is no restaurants there. We had one little or two little tiny restaurants that were little family-made type shacks. Didn't even have a place to sit down. You just walk up to the window. Well, I worked there, and I wasn't allowed to wear my jewelry because I had so many hook earrings in my one hole. They did not like that at all whatsoever. But because I used to wear them like that, they were stretched. That was probably back then. Now going by gauges, it was probably, I would say, maybe a 2 gauge where it was, because when I started stretching this time, it literally took me 2 whole weeks to get to 2 gauge. So that's probably where I was at to begin with. Anyway, I'm going to go charge my phone and fix my hair so it's up a little bit better, and we'll start taping.